Hello. Here I am, kiddies, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Range Anxiety TV, and today we're going to talk about the fall of one of the greats, the mighty Toyo Kogyo, better known as Mazda. The Japanese, the Hiroshima Screamer designers that are now just absolutely just shutting their hands and clapped. No good. Let's go right back. The very early 70s. Mazda have been around a long time, obviously, but the first car that really caught my eye would be the little R100 10A rotary rocket Mazda. Look at it up there. Tiny, tiny little thing, but turbine smooth, you know, Dr. Felix Wankel's engine. German design, but Mazda just took it and made it, you know, it was in NSU, RO80s and rubbish like that, but Mazda took it and made it good, not without some reliability issues along the way. Apex seals, end seals, actually the list keeps going. However, when they were good, they were great, and just a wild car. And then there's the RX-2, the RX-3, the RX-4, which it was saloons, whatever. But the 12A rotary in the RX-7 Series 1, now that was a car. Sure, beautiful looking thing. It was up against Porsche 924, pile of junk. And also the Alfetta GTV, semi-pile of junk. The RX-7 was faster, looked better, I think, even though the Alfa wasn't too bad. The 924. Was faster, handled better, probably not better than the Alfa, but it was just in all the road tests it won in those comparisons because it was just such a good thing. Pity it was made out of foil because they got some pretty serious cases of the old tin worm, which means they rust buckets pretty much. But a good Series 1 RX-7 with the 12A in it is just an intoxicating car, and over the years in club level motorsport they've proven themselves to be super duper things. But what was the really iconic car for Mazda? That was the MX-5. Like, they took the Mazda, used their noggin, they took the basis of the Lotus Elan, simple little coupe, lightweight pop-up headlights, not overly powered, and made an iconic car, which today is still a great thing. Sure, it's got fatter and certainly uglier over the years, like all of us. Well, I'm speaking only for myself here, boys and girls. But yeah, that was just one of Mazda's defining moments, which they then went on and made even better with the FD RX-7. Probably the Batmobile, probably one of the most beautiful sports cars made, and I think, well, mass-produced ones, and I think probably one of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful Japanese car made. Not only were they a bit unreliable with all those vacuum hoses and the twin turbo system, but when they were new, and they were just fantastic cars. In production racing here in Australia, the RX-7 SP, developed by Horsley and Co., just dominated the Bathurst 12 Hour, destroyed Porsche's 968s, destroyed even the R32 GTR there as a production race car. They were something else. And then the shit hit the fan. I suppose it probably would have been around the time of the financial crisis. Since then, Mazda have sold more cars, but they make absolute dross. Someone's ringing me, that's great, isn't it? You can wait. Absolute dross, uninspiring Mazda 3, CX-5, CX-7, CX-9, SUV, yada, yada, yada. And if you thought it couldn't get any worse, they're now getting the Chinese to make them EVs. Well, it's the CZ60 or EZ60 from China. It horrifies me that much that I haven't even basically looked into the details. It's a mid-range Chinese EV, which is no bad thing, probably, no, definitely better than anything Mazda could make. However, it's just a case of the mighty had fallen. Why haven't Toyo Kogyo, why haven't Mazda themselves got off their asses, put in a design department, stop making bland SUV junk? Actually, they did make the MX-30, I think, which was probably the worst EV ever made, right about was for sale about 2 years ago. I don't think anyone's ever bought one, though, thank God. I think they gave them away in breakfast cereal packets in the States, and still no one even picked them up. It's probably a good idea they got the Chinese to do it, but RIP Mazda, it was great knowing you. You will be merging or taken over, sadly, and all of that heritage has disappeared, the heritage we loved so much over so many years. It's going to be a very sad day, and it's going to be a very sad day anytime very soon.